was in my little carrier. I had a carrier that I stick her in, and she's only been in it like 3 times. And I'm like, you know what? I can leave her at home or I can take her with me to Walmart. And I didn't know how she was going to react at all. I didn't know if she was going to like freak out. Because she's been in I had her in there and I walked her around the house a little bit and she got used to it. And then my mom had her and I took that over there to her. And so my mom, she was cleaning the house and she didn't want to scare her or anything like that. So she stuck her in the bag as well. And cleaned her entire house. So I was like, I wonder how she's going to do. So I put her harness on her because it has a little lock inside the bag. So I ended up locking her. Hey guys, I ended up locking her in on her harness. And when we were driving to Walmart, she was okay, and then she started whimpering a little bit. Then she wanted to stand up and see where we were going, so I had her kind of on my chest while I was driving. And but she was still in her bag. I didn't want to have to fight. That's the whole purpose of me putting her in the bag before we even left, And so I make it, by the time we got to Walmart, she was chill. So I make sure she's secure. She had like one little paw out, one little paw out, her head poking out. She wanted to see everything. And so we walk into Walmart and she was just chill. She really did a great, she didn't whimper, she didn't whine, she didn't try to jump out. I had to picked up I thought it was a 4 case of paper, but apparently it was not. And so I got the wrong case, but I was able to load the case with her wrapped over me without hurting her or anything like that. I ended up having the case taken out because they had it packaged wrong and in the wrong area. They had a box of 4 for like $27. Copy paper is expensive. The last time we bought copy paper for the office, it was $39.99. Now it's almost like $60 for 10 reams. And I noticed that when I'm shopping now, they're making the boxes with only 8 reams. They removed 2 of the reams to even try to be competitive. And I just think it's it's expensive. I don't know how offices, because at the end of the day, whether we have stuff going on or not, offices still need to run, and they're still, you still, as digital as we've gotten and as, emails and stuff like that, there are still businesses that are required to use paper. I don't know how they can afford to do all that. But why you keep dirty deleting? Here, let me help you. I didn't even need to do it. To make sure you block that person. I'll do whatever the hell I want to on my own channel. If you don't like it, bye. It's pretty unhinged that you're going to wait 5 days to complain on my channel. Go back to your hate channels. I don't really care. Like, you guys are disgusting to me. Go back to your felons. Birds of a feather. You don't deserve here. So anyways, I remember when a case of paper, yes, was like $30. I paid over $100 for 4 packs of copy paper for school supplies. I about died. I have never in my life, we still have a lot of trees in this country, so I don't want to hear it. Somebody needs to come up with some synthetic paper if our paper companies can't seem to keep up with supply and demand. It's getting ridiculous. This is our economy. You guys need to vote different. Please, please, please vote different. I don't care if you don't like the Trump SOB. I don't care. We all need money in our pocket, okay? This identity politics crap is for the birds. I don't really care who's at the helm as long as I got money in my pocket, and we already seen 4 years of what Kamala Harris and her clan can do. Everybody's like, oh, but that's Biden. Yeah, that she supported 100%. And look at the situation we're in. And to have to go through it another 4 years, guys, we'll be on life support. We would literally be on life support. Everything will be out of control. If it wasn't going to be out of control, then they would have gotten it in control by now. It's so funny that now that it's the election time, it's funny how gas has just went down 30 cents, and this is doing this, and this is doing that. It seems so funny that they can control it around election time, but they sit there and stick it to the American people for the 3 years that they're running. Did I see Morbid up in the house? Hey, Morbid, long time no see. Hey, dear friend, it's been a while. I've just been throwing some love and respect. Thank you. Yes, the new addition, Delilah. She's sleeping right now, but I wake her up because she sleeps all day. Don't growl at me. She growled at me. There she is. Say hi. Say hi, Morbid. I'm the cutie patootie. I'm the cutie patootie. She is such a sweet little girl. You know, when I got the puppy, I was thinking she was, she's gonna be puppy. I was gonna be pulling my hair out before she, just begging for her to get older as quickly as possible. I love her as a puppy. She's so good. She's so good, and she did so well at Walmart today. She got in her little satchel, and so we got to the, I'm like, okay, well, I'm here. I might as well I might as well try some different treats. I know which treats she likes and which ones she doesn't. Like, I'm going through all these treats to figure out what she likes and what she doesn't. And so we got there. I know she loves the little marrow bones or these little fat things like that are really hard. She loves hard stuff because she's teething. But we got her some pepperoni. She kind of, nosed up at him. But I figured once she had one, she wanted. Well, she's eating it very slowly. I don't think she cares for it. But they had like these little peanut butter, milk bone peanut butter chews. And so I put the package up there to, I put packages in front of her. Like she's in my the little thing. And so I'm saying, do you want this? I'm putting it down by her nose. And she's like, nah, I don't want that one. And so I put another one down. I'm like, do you like this one? She's like, and I'm like, oh, we'll keep that one. We threw that one in the bag. And so we went through all of them, and I let her sniff them, and if she licked it, she got it, right? She only licked 2, but she got 4 because I just knew she was going to like the other stuff. I just knew it. I don't know. I really don't. She didn't really care for the She ate the pepperoni stick, but those things were long. Those things were longer than I thought. And they're chewy, so I thought maybe she'd like something a little chewy because all of her stuff is hard. But she ate like half of a stick. She really liked it. She had eaten the whole stick. So I say it's like, iffy. And her peanut butter, soft chew peanut butters that she licked that she wanted, she didn't eat. So I broke it apart to let her sniff it. Maybe it's just it doesn't smell right to her. Maybe I should just rub real peanut butter on it. I don't know. So she didn't really eat that. She kind of sniffed around, went, it's like, yeah, it's all right. And then we got some more twists. See, she loves these things right here. This right here, she loves. She loves these twists. These things are quite expensive though. And they're a rawhide alternative because, over the years people find out that rawhide is not good for your dog. I don't know what it does to the dog. I really don't know if it's not good for the dog. A lot of people try to say that this isn't good or that isn't good to sell other types of products. And with everybody trying to go to a fake something or other, fake food, fake this, fake synthetic everything, right? It makes me wonder if they're being truthful. But my best friend told me that rawhide's not good for the dogs. So I'm going to trust the BFF. So this isn't a rawhide alternative, but she loves these things right here. They're not too hard, but she just chews them. She doesn't want it now because she's sleeping. Kind of, sort of. Are you sleeping? You want to chew? 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 Okay, I'll leave you alone. But the great thing was, oh, now you want to pop up. You want the chew? Okay, that's what I thought. I knew you'd want the chew. She got it. She got the chew. She got the chew. She working it. She working it. So, anyways, went to Walmart. She did great. She didn't whimper. She had us see everything. So she had like one paw out, and then it's like we started getting around because I needed to get a sports bra, and we got around there, and then she started being a drama queen. Remember I told you yesterday whenever I had taken her collar off, and I told you I wanted to go put it around her neck, and she's like, and I'm like, oh, good gracious, stop it. And I realized it was a little tight, but it wasn't like choking tight, okay? Well, while we were in Walmart, after we left the treats, I went over to the women's section to see if I could find something that will go with my white shirt, And when I was over there, she started doing the drama queen thing. She started going, and so I'm thinking she's pushing her neck too hard on. She's not. She's got her little paw here, so there's no pressure on her neck. And I'm like, what are you doing? So I don't know if something in the store was getting to her or not, or if she was just being a drama queen. But either way, she did that. Outside of that, she did good. She didn't bark. She didn't whimper. She didn't growl at anybody. Nobody came up and really tried to touch her or anything like that, which was super sweet because, people don't know. I would have let anybody pet her if they said, hey, can I pet your doggy, your puppy? I'd have been like, yeah, right? And so I went over and got me some more orange juice because I want some vitamin C in my body. I just was out in the front yard just tipping it up, right? I was tipping my OJ 40 up. My OJ instead of OE. I was tipping the 40 out in the front yard. So we went over there and got some more milk for the lattes. We got, oh, thank you, the Lady Lacey. It's nice to see you. God bless you. And she did really well. I didn't know. I got to be honest with you. I really didn't know how she was going to act. I figured, okay, I don't really have a whole lot to go in here to get, but if she's good, I'll keep shopping and and she just wanted to see everything. Like she didn't try to get out of the bag or anything. She just popped her head. She just wanted to see everything that was going on. And of course, every time I walk, the things go boom, 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 boom. And she hung out. She hung out. And like I told you, when we were driving there, she whimpered a little bit. On the way home, she didn't. She was like, okay, that was kind of cool. All right, Ma, let me sit down here, right here. I'll be good. That was cool. And so she didn't say a word on the way home, which means she's content. And so I just thought it was a really cool experience. So now that I know that she does well in her over the strap, and everything like that, I think I'm going to start taking her with me now to the stores. She didn't move, she didn't fight, she didn't bark, she wasn't a nuisance, she was just chill. She was just really chill. So I'm trying to get her little by slow trained because you guys know she's going to be on the road with me. And so I just want to make sure she can travel well. I want to make sure that she's not scared of riding in the car. I would kind of like her, me to be able to put her bed in there and her kind of just chill out in her bed while we're driving. That would be awesome. But we're not quite there yet, but we will be. We'll work on that. I'm just really proud of her. She did good at Walmart. And you know how crazy Walmart is, right? With all the weird noises, sounds, lights, this over here, that over there. And you can't beat it. She did great. I'm proud of Delilah. She's getting there. She's going to be the travel pup. She's going to be the espresso bean, the mascot of the Bullhorn Betty Coffee Club. And she's going to fight crime. She's going to go tit, 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 tit to all the bad people. We're going to sick her on Chris and Katie. She's going to be, she's going to tell about themselves. Watch. I promise you. They've never had a dog tell them about themselves. She's going to tell them about themselves. I guarantee you. I bet you if she gets around them, I bet you she won't like them. I bet you she'll be able to sense right away that they're not good people. What you bet? I bet you she will. Keep up the good fight. Aw, thank you. God bless you. I appreciate it. Much love. Much love. I'm proud of Delilah too, B. Betty. I was tickled pink, and she made my day. She really did. I gotta say, and we don't get too much of Delilah going out, and I'm just really happy that now she can go. I trust that she will be calm, cool, and collective no matter where we go. I think I might go over to TJ Maxx later, I'm not sure when, but I might go over there to TJ Maxx because I want to get some more syrup, right? I want to get the good syrup. I don't like the Splenda. I should have known the Splenda wasn't going to taste that good because I could buy it straight from Amazon for like $5.97 200 or 750 milliliter bottle, and like typically those bottles of the regular stuff is like $12, and I can pick it up at TJ Maxx and Marshall's for like, I don't know, $7.50. I used to be able to pick it up for $5.50, but now it's $7.50, which is about half off. But either way you look at it, it's real. I like even though sugar free tastes so much better. Like, you would have thought Splenda would have been like hit it out of the park. But in all fairness, the only reason why I buy Splenda is because it comes in the big bags, you know. I wish they made Equal like that. If they made Equal like that, I would probably buy Equal. By far is my my most favorite. It's the one that I truly believe that sweetens your food much like sugar. Like that the flavor, it doesn't have any type of weird flavor. I love Equal. Equal has a 0-calorie sweetener that doesn't taste like sweetener. But Equal is very expensive. And I wish they would make and they do make a generic Equal at Walmart at a great value, blue package, but they don't make the big bag. Tony, I'm live. I'm live. Stevia is good. That's the green stuff, isn't it? I hit the like button already. Only 39 so far. Well, we got 53. We only have 248. Usually, you know, when I'm talking about other things besides Sebastian, you know, we don't have as many views, and I'm perfectly fine with that. But we have other things to talk about, like, look, Delilah's day at Walmart. Delilah's day at Walmart. She was so good. She's so good. She's so good. You're going to be the most popular dog on YouTube. You know that? You're going to be the most popular doggy on YouTube. And then say, Mommy took me out to potty, and I didn't potty, and I came right back in, and I pottied on the potty pad. I don't know why I did that, but she is so cute. She's my baby. Look at her. She's a pocket pup. All she wants to do is hold me, and all I want to do is hold her. That's all. That's all I want to do is hold her all day and all night. All day and all night. I'm not sure what member I was. It's freaking 95. It is hot in Florida too. Guys, we are officially in summer weather, okay? We're not going to get any relief from this weather until October, okay? We're in it for the long haul. Hey, Uncle Mike. It's nice to see you. Everyone treat everyone another with kindness and respect. Thank you, Uncle Mike. God bless you. Did you buy her? No, I didn't buy her a toy. I bought her treats. Those are her kryptonite is treats, and I've got to give her another one when she starts gnawing on my fingers, like they're twisty treats. I think these bags right here are like $12. $12. Maybe 15. I don't remember what. I know I spent an ungodly amount on them because I had to buy 3 at a time through Amazon. But when they say this is real chicken, it doesn't look like any real chicken to me. I gotta be honest with you. I took a look. Oh, she's going over to her bed. All right, there you go. You can eat right there in your bed. She's a cutie patootie. Oh, good gracious. Good gracious. Look at the cutie patootie. On her pink little blankie. Look at her. She's like, I'm going to town. This is good. This is good. Those we didn't buy today. Those we bought from Amazon. Like, I don't know, but when I first got her, because I didn't know what treats she wanted. I didn't want her just being on straight food. She had to have treats, because the treats, and I don't really like feeding her as many treats, but it's different food for her, and it helps her teeth. And I'll just, like, if she's really going at it, I'll like stick my finger in and rub her gums just to try to give her some relief. I can't even imagine how, you know, they're not like babies. Babies cry, you know, when they're teething and they're cutting teeth and stuff like that. Doggies just deal with it, you know, but you know it's bothering them. So I try to do anything I can to relieve the pain. If she gets a little, I mean, she's been staying, she hasn't been like, you know, blowing up like a little butterball. So I figured whenever she gets through this teething stage, then, you know, we'll go out and start exercising maybe at parks and stuff like that. I need to get her a rabies shot. I've got to get, I forgot to call the animal services. I got to get into, I mean, I've got a vet that I've taken every single one of my dogs to, but because I've been an advocate in the county, I try to support our services here. So we have the Humane Society and things like that, and it's not, it's not cheap and it's not free, but it does support our county run services. So I think I'm going to try to get her in there. It takes a little bit longer to get her in there because it's county ran, but it's still supporting the county, and that's what I'd like to do. I'd like to support the county's services. Now, if it came down to, if it was something more than just the rabies shot and possibly chipping, then I'd take her to my regular vet, just because I like my regular vet. And she hasn't been there yet, so, and she's going to be going there. Her official name for the medical records are Delilah Bullhorn Griffin. She's a Delilah Bullhorn Griffin. And that's her name, Delilah Bullhorn. But we have to give her my last name so they know that she belongs to me. According to my grandmother, a little whiskey helps. I know, people don't realize that parents used to do that when their children were teething. They put a little whiskey on their gums. It helps soothe them. And yeah, but I don't have any whiskey in the house. I got a little bit of vodka. I got the cheapest type of vodka possible, but that's because I cook with it, right? And if you know anything about me, when I cook with wines or any type of I get the cheapest bottom of the barrel, because honestly, that cheap stuff is some of the best stuff to cook with. It has the most flavor because it's crappy. It's hard to explain, but it just tastes better, okay? I'm not going to buy a $30 bottle of Chardonnay for my shrimp scampi. I'm going to use the cheap $3.99 Chardonnay from the Save-A-Lot for my shrimp scampi. I'm hoping to get to go on the 20th. Oh, good. It's about 3 hours from me. I need someone maybe to drive part of it. Well, carpooling, that's great. Maybe there might be another person that might be on your way that would like to at least help maybe half the way. I guess the way we can do this, if you guys would like to carpool together, instead of putting it in the chat, maybe let's start I think just about everybody that follows me or a member of this channel is also a member of our Bullhorn Betty True Crime private group. And if that's the case, maybe we should look at that private group as maybe coordination for, like, if there's two people in Kentucky, maybe finding a point where you both can meet and ride together, or what. Ooh, this thumb. I really did jack up my thumb. It's the bruise is starting to come down all the way here, but it's just spreading because, I got the knuckle was purple yesterday before I showed you, and then it got a little, right there, and then it started getting really brown, and now you can barely see it, but it's not because you can't see it, it's because it's now moved. It's now, like, pretty much my whole thumb is bruised, and the bruise is like down to here. She said that's why she kept it under her collar. Her cellar steps was because of her dentures. I must have just walked in on that. Granny had her stash hid. Too cute. What's stash? What are you talking about? Stash. Who's got the stash? According to my grandmother, a little whiskey. Oh, this whiskey stash. Yeah, I got some cheap vodka. I haven't done like a vodka sauce in, I haven't done a vodka sauce in well over a year. I really haven't. I haven't even done beer battered nothing in, I think, almost 5 years. But I am, you know what, I went to, I took my mom out to Applebee's when I got back into town. And they had an appetizer that was like the beer, cheese, and pretzels. And I very rarely get that when I'm out because of the carbs. But I was craving. I wasn't really feeling that well. And I was trying to eat as much as I could. And so I ordered the sticks. And I tell you, that beer cheese is good. Now, I would buy some beer to make that beer cheese. I don't know how they made it. I'm going to have to look it up, but that beer cheese was good. I like beer cheese, I can tell you that. How did you hurt your feet? Oh, it was cranking up the weed eater for the first time. You know, this is my first weed eater equipment. I mean, I've owned weed eater equipment, but you know, Vince always ran it. I've never ran weed eater equipment. I never ran the, you know, I rode my riding lawnmower to cut the grass. That was about it. And I had a little battery operated weed eater that I would use around the house here and there. But he had all the heavy lawn equipment and stuff like that. He took care of the yard. I didn't take care of the yard. Even after I bought the lawnmower, he took care of all, you know, he took care of the outside of the house. And so after me and him split up, I had the guy down the road, and of course he just left me with a mohawk. Just, it was like the straw that broke the camel's back, because I didn't want it. When I was using my lawnmower about 9-10 months ago, I was doing all of the lawn myself, you know, and I had no problem. And it's like, you know, then I was traveling a little bit and my lawn was getting, so I just had, you know, Glenn just have him just mow the yard. And it's like every time I came back, it's like, you know, you're not cutting it right. You're not doing it. Like, it looked like crap. And it's like, you know, I'm paying you real money for this. If you're going to do it right. Charge me. And I even offered him more money. I started paying him more money to do a better job. And it was just like, this last time I was just over it, because I asked him 3 times, are you sure you got everything? And he's like, oh, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And, you know, I don't go out in the backyard hardly at this time. So, I mean, I'm starting to use the backyard a little bit more. But I open the door and I walk out, and there's like, and I'm like, what? And I went over to Glenn's, and I'm just like, I'm done. I'm done. Like, I asked him 3 freaking times, and it wasn't even about, it was about, I asked him, and he could have said, there's some wood back there that needs to be moved. Would you mind moving it while I'm doing in the front of the yard so I can go ahead and get your whole yard? He didn't tell me anything. I haven't done the work out there. And then I come to find out that the reason why the wood is there is because I had paid him $120 to take some of the trees limbs out and take them to the front of the house. And he left a pile back there, and he was supposed to come back and take them to the front of the house and never did. So now I have a pile of wood back there that I already paid him to move, and now he's not even mowing because there's wood in the middle of my yard. So like I said, I had just had it. And I basically told him, don't ask me for anything. Don't come here asking to mow my yard. Just don't. I don't care at this point. I'm done. I don't want your services anymore. Like, I'm done. So, is this a green? Yeah, it's a green screen. Well, I put the green screen up for a video I did, and then I just never took it down because it blocks the sun. You know, when I'm in here, I don't have to worry about the sun, because when the sun's behind me, it fades all this stuff out, and my face is washed out in it. So, I mean, like right now, it's a little, but that's because the camera needs to be cleaned. See? Yeah, it's nice and clear. That's all. I have a little bit of, you know, stuff. I don't know what else to do besides that. Hi, big little girl. She's so good. She's such a sweet girl. You know, everybody's like, oh, you need to do this and you need to do that if you train her bad. And it's like, I don't know what people are talking about. Like, she is so good. She doesn't do anything wrong. I mean, every now and again she's a puppy and she acts like a puppy. That's it. Whipped cream, vodka, and orange crush. Ooh, that sounds good. But I mean, if that's a drink, I mean, that sounds like something good to cook in. You know, like a marinade to put over. There's nothing better than like a vodka or something. If you can make a marinade with a vodka in it, that alcohol will break down the meat and make it very tender. So, she's a baby princess. She can do what she wants. That's exactly it. Yeah. Good on anything. And I gotta tell you, that there's a vodka cream sauce I do and a vodka red sauce that I do. And either way, they come out very, very, very delicious. And it's usually over pasta with a little bit of, you know, like meat, whether it be shrimp or sliced steak or chicken that I'll throw in with some pasta. And like with the White sauce, I'll probably add a little bit of like colorful bell, just to get some color in it, to make it look like a really pretty dish. Sometimes I cook with stuff that don't really provide a whole lot of flavor, just for the color. I live in Galloway and worked at B&B's restaurant in Arlington for years. Yeah, I've loved cooking when I was out at my grandfather's, and then when my parents divorced, my sister was working and I was going to school still, and my dad was working, but we pretty much stayed predominantly in the big house, because that's just where Angela and I grew up, right? And so I was responsible for cooking the dinners at night, and I would cook dinner for me and my father, and then I'd pack up dinner for my sister and take it to her like around 10 o'clock, I think was when her dinner break was. And so her and I would eat dinner together every night, so she wasn't by herself. And I would make some pretty intense dishes. Like I would I'd find recipes and do them, and like that. I can't remember what I made, but there was one thing that was so good. I wish I could remember the recipe or what it was even called, but it was like you take chicken breast, but you make this like red sauce, but it wasn't like a marinara or something like that. It was a very savory red sauce that it was made out of tomato sauce and tomato paste, and a bunch of seasonings, but they were more on the lines of like the rosemary, the thyme, the sage, just Italian herbs, right? Italian herbs. And it came out really good. It was just, the sauce wasn't a lot of sauce. It wasn't like spaghetti sauce. It was just a little bit of sauce that you drizzled over your chicken after you were done, after you baked, you kind of sauteed the chicken, and then you roasted the chicken in the oven, and then it was really good. It was really good. And I remember making that with like broccoli, and I can't remember what else I made, but everything I was making from scratch. And that's kind of how I started cooking, because my mom was always a scratch cook type of person, but she was very Southern, and so I wanted to try different stuff. So I remember the first time I started working with cooking wine, and I didn't like it. It was too salty. And so I was asking, I can't remember who I was asking. They're like, I think it was my best friend. And she's like, why in the hell are you cooking with cooking wine? She's like, go get a bottle of white wine. Go get a bottle of Marsala wine. Don't get this. I said, why? And she's like, this cooking wine it's filled with sodium. And that's when it dawned on me. I never bought cooking wine again. I only bought regular wine now. And I got to tell you, my dishes taste amazing. It's gross. What? Is Michelle in here? Galloway is beautiful. It took me a minute to think of where Galloway is. I don't know where it's at. I don't even know what state it's in. I know she probably said it and I forgot. No, I hate wine, but it gives a specific flavor. I like a little bit of cooking. Like I make literally gallons of red sauce. When I make my red sauce, it's a 16 to 20 hour process. And my red sauce does have, I didn't always cook my red sauce with red wine, but when I make that many gallons, I throw like a cup or a half a cup, I can't remember, I got to go back and look at it, into my wine. And it's something about it that just makes it taste more hearty. I love red wine in my red sauce. Absolutely love it. That's my son's cousin. Dream Bones. Yep, that's what I got. I prefer blueberry roux or cherry roux. Never had a cherry or blueberry roux. That would be interesting. I wouldn't mind making a red, white, and blue sauce. You should write a cookbook. Well, it's kind of funny. Everybody says that, but the way I cook now is there's not, I have an idea and I know what needs to go into it, so I don't really measure my seasonings. I just, throw it in there and taste it until it comes to what I think it should be. Lynn, my best friend, turned me on to them. But they're expensive as hell. But I don't mind them because she eats it. She loves this. Like these right here, she loves. I got the ones with the chicken, like the little bit of chicken wrapped on the outside of it. I'm going to see if she likes those a little better. But I've got this whole package, and I have another package after this. You know, I bought 3 packages. I think 3 packages were, and that's the only way I could save money on them is I bought 3 of them, and I think I spent like $26 or $27 on 3 packets. They're like almost $10 a piece, but when you buy them separately, they're like $12 or $13 a piece. But she loves these things. She loves these things. And she's down, but she's awake. She's just kind of looking up. She just wants to be next to me. She's just a sweet girl. She's just a sweet girl. And I'm just really pleased. And even yesterday, I don't know for how many of you guys are in here from yesterday, but I was out in the yard. You know, of course I came in several times. It was hot as you know what out there. And so I had to come in and cool off. And there at the end, I was just, I was heaving and hoeing. Like my body, my muscles, my butt, my legs, everything. We're not loving it, okay? And so I'm like, but I knew I had to get through it. I knew if I kept dragging it out, I wouldn't do it. And there are some spots that I wish I would have gotten with the lawnmower a little closer, but I didn't, like I said, it wasn't my lawnmower. I didn't know what was under the grass. I didn't want to chip their blade or anything like that. I wanted to be very careful, so I just, you know, I figured the weed eater, and of course now I got to get the head off the weed eater. So it's a very simple thing. I know it's a very simple thing. I just need to take it to the place and just have them, you know, do whatever they're going to do and, you know, get it off, and then I'll be good. Because the next head is going to be, you just feed it in yourself. You don't even have to open anything up or try to wind anything out. Yeah, from what I read it, and it's like you got to push this and then wind it backwards or something like that, and it'll auto wind for you. So I'm going to do that if I can get this head off. But I was looking at it, and it looks like the whole piece, like if I really wanted to, I could technically take the whole head off, not the head, but even with the screw and everything on it, I could take that off the machine and, you know, finagle it that way to get it unhooked. So I think there are several ways that I could, but it shouldn't be that. I should be able to stick the thing in the hole and get it to engage and then spin it out so it can come off. It seems I'm just doing something wrong. I know I'm doing something wrong, and it seems like it's much easier than that because everything so far with that machine has been fairly straightforward and easy. And my blister started filling up with a little bit of fluid again today, and I'm not sure why. I haven't really been using it, but it's a little puffy, as you can see. So hopefully, see how it's puffy right there? So hopefully it continues to kind of drain, and it hasn't really been hurting too bad. But I don't like it filling up with the fluid, because the whole reason why I cut it is so that it wouldn't fill up with fluid, so it'll start drying out as quickly as possible so it can start peeling, you know, so I can get my hands back. Yeah, and this one's almost, I mean, that one right there, it was the red one, the really bright red one. That one is healing pretty good, but this one is kind of starting to fill up with fluid, and I don't like it filling up with fluid. I just want it to drain and be done, you know, so we can just get to the healing process. But what I keep thinking is when I busted this one as big as it was, I should have put some salt on it. I really should have. I think you can see it better that way. It's like still a little bump there, but it's not the bump, like a bump as big as it once was. But the yard's done, and I gotta get the battery off the riding lawnmower and get it down to see if it's the battery. I've got the starter. You know, I've already went ahead and ordered the starter, but I really don't want to put it in because I feel like I've never changed a starter out on a lawnmower. I mean, I had a lawnmower that was handed down to me from my father that I had for another 10 years after he had it. It was literally a 20-year-old lawnmower. And it's still cranked up. I still had no starter to replace on a 20-year-old lawnmower. So I don't think my starter on my lawnmower, my Briggs & Stratton lawnmower, is really died out so far. I think it's the battery, because this will be the second battery. I've had it for about 4 years, and the first battery went out about 2 years. And this battery I think I've had in for about 2 years, because I bought it in 2019. I'm pretty sure I bought it in 2019. Might have bought it in 2018. I'll have to go back and look. I'm not sure. But I've never changed out a star. So I'm hoping it's the battery. I just need to take the battery off of it and go down and see if it's the battery. And hopefully it is. And if it's the battery, I'll get a new battery, go in here, crank it up, and I don't mind taking my lawnmower with my blade and running slap over stuff with it. I have no problem doing that, as long as it's mine. But I don't like doing that with other people's stuff. Oh, good gracious. Alright guys, well I just wanted to let you know that Delilah did amazing today at Walmart. She was my little buddy. She did good. She did good, and I'm really happy. So her and I are going to be going shopping together a lot. You know, now that I know that she can go and does well at Walmart, you know, instead of having them deliver all my groceries. That's one of the things, because a lot of that stuff costs me extra money. But I don't want to leave her home by herself, you know, and it's just me here. So I've been trying to make sure that she can go with me. And so these are the first steps of us getting her out of the house and getting her comfortable in the car and getting her comfortable out in the public with people. And it seemed like she really enjoyed it. She enjoyed watching everybody. And so I think I'm going to try her later tonight or tomorrow or something like that to go to Target or TJ Maxx or Marshall's. You know, I'm not sure where I want to go. But I'm going to take her and see if she still does good. She says if she does good on two different trips to the store, then I feel comfortable with her going to the store with me and not causing any problems. You know, I'm not worried about her like attacking anybody. She's freaking Delilah. She didn't attack nobody. She's a sweet little girl. But the whimpering, the trying to climb out, trying to climb up my clothes type of stuff, that's what I want to make sure that doesn't happen. And it didn't happen at Walmart. She was really good. She was just she was fun to walk around with, and she was just so chill. So, we'll see. Yay, Delilah. Yay, Delilah. I have to get everything delivered. My grandson is 17, and he pulls fire alarms. Oh, no. I'm sorry. Kids can do stupid stuff. What can we say, you know? Oh, Reggie, be good. It's nice to see you. Next time you use the weed eater, wear a nice pair of gloves. I had gloves, but by the time I put them on, it was after I started feeling the bruises, and it was a little too late. And I had the gloves, and I had them on the table, but when I got out of court, I just went right out there and started working, and I wasn't even expecting to use the lawnmower. And somebody was talking about the self-propelled lever, and I'm like, I was thinking about the weed eater, not the lawnmower. So to answer that, no, it did not. It had the lever to crank the lawnmower up. When you release the lever, it shut it off. But there's usually a second one there if it's self-propelled. And there was no second one there. It was not a self-propelled lawnmower. It wasn't that the lawnmower wasn't working right. It was not a self-propelled lawnmower. And boy, how much nicer it would have been if it just drug me all over the yard, but it didn't. I had to push and heave and hoe. Did you ever know who took the picture of Jackie Dobbs with mud on his butt? Jackie Dobbs? No, I didn't. That's with Summer Wells, isn't it? Summer Wells case? Hey, Mr. Quinn, it's nice to see you, my love. It's the autism. He's obsessed. Oh, okay, gotcha. We can take the dog into PetSmart store. Yeah, well, I went past a pet store, and I was like, nah, I'm going to go to Walmart. Walmart's cheaper. I needed orange juice and milk, too. And I bought $40 worth of dog treats, maybe $50 worth of dog treats. And milk and orange juice, and I bought some shampoo, some conditioner, razors, right? I'm one of those people that when I use a razor, I don't throw it away. I stick it back up there, and then I get another one when it dulls out, and puts another one, and then I forget which one's which. So I just ended up having to throw out 3 different razors, and I ended up getting a package of razors. So I don't know if it's been a while since I bought razors, but hopefully this 6-pack of razors will, last a few months. I don't know. How are you today? Oh, hi, Diane. I'm doing very, very well. I took Delilah to the store, and she did amazing. She really did. She was in her satchel. She really enjoyed watching everything. She was just so cute. She had her little paw here, and she just as we're walking through the store. Whoop, 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 whoop. But she didn't whimper, she didn't cry, she didn't try to jump out. She just was curious. She wanted to see everything going on. So I work at Walmart, but home today because my Vertigo is out of. Aw, I'm sorry, Mr. Quinn. I had a bad night last night, but dealing with tight muscles. However, I'm good. Aw. Put the plastic piece back on the razor. That's how I remember. Ah, good thing. I ended up just grabbing all of the razors. I mean, I've had like a collection of razors in there on one of my little, the thing that goes in the corner that has the little shelves. So I just took them all and threw them away. I every time I grabbed a razor, it seemed like it was a dull razor. And it's like, I remember putting a real razor in here, a new razor in here. And I'm like, screw it. I just need to dump all these and get new. So that's what I did today. I got new shampoo, new razors, a sports bra, and a mess of dog treats and milk and orange juice. I didn't get any meat. I didn't get any bread. I didn't get any groceries. That's all. Oh, and I got toothpaste because I like to have. I have to have toothpaste in this house. And when I run out of toothpaste, it's one thing that I always forget to go to the store and buy. So every time I go to the store, I always get a 2 or 3 pack of toothpaste and throw it in my my linen closet. So whenever I run out, and it's like toothpaste sometimes lasts forever. Like you get a tube, I think it lasts like 3 or 4 months. And that's why I don't buy just one tube. I have to buy multiple because I never know. Like sometimes I'll lose it. I'll leave it on the road, and when I come back, I'm like, you gotta brush your teeth, right? I'm not gonna go stop everything and run to Walmart to get toothpaste. I don't get my meat from Walmart. I'll get my meat anywhere that's a good price because it doesn't really matter. I mean, if it's a tough piece of meat, you tenderize it. So I don't mind where I get my meat from. I do mind where I get my vegetables. Vegetables have to be fresh, not gassed. So like the vegetables is a big thing. And I'm not really, because I eat meat, but if I buy like I got the Hormel pork loin that I'm going to be cooking later tonight. But, if I got like a steak or just like a raw meat that I need to season and everything myself, I really don't care whether it's a good quality meat or not because, there's so much stuff you can do to a meat that to tenderize it. You don't need to pay $10.99 a pound for your steak. You can get a cheaper steak and beat the hell out of it and it'll be very tender in your mouth. Just saying. Just saying. I only eat chicken. Every once in a while a burger. I love fish. That's about me too, Sasha. I'm a chicken head. If I could literally make chicken 1,000 different ways. We could have chicken every single night and you'd love chicken. All right. Little girl's out. It's time to get her up and run her. I don't want her having too much energy tonight, so she's already starting to fall out. She's such a cute little girl. She's just a cute little girl. Aww. Oh, she's like, Mom, do you have to show me off every time? Yes, I gotta show you off every time because you were so good. That's what she did. She was just in her little satchel like this, and she wasn't doing all that. She was chilling. She was chilling. All right, guys, I love you. Have a great day. I'll be back with some actual content on some true crime. It's just that I have had such a productive day today that I thought I'd share it with you, and so has Delilah. She got out of the house and had her first trip to Walmart, and she did amazing. All right, guys, I'll see you later. God bless. Talk to you soon.